Everything seemed to stop at once. It felt like the entire internet held its breath. Phones stayed frozen in people's hands, group chats went silent, and timelines stopped scrolling. Something big had just happened and everyone could feel it, even before they understood what it meant. That night, Teyana Taylor went live. This wasn't a normal celebrity moment. It didn't feel like a planned appearance or a casual update for fans. It felt raw, heavy, and deeply personal. Her face showed clear signs of exhaustion. Her eyes looked swollen, as if she had been crying for hours. Her voice didn't sound polished or calm. It sounded like someone who had reached the end of her patience and finally decided to speak. For a long time, Teyana had been known as someone who handled things quietly. She rarely addressed rumors. She didn't rush to defend herself online. She built a reputation for staying strong and moving forward without making a scene. That's why this moment shocked so many people. This wasn't her usual way. As more viewers joined the live stream, the comments began to fly. People were asking what happened, what she was about to say, and whether this was about Aaron Pierre. His name had already been floating around online for weeks, tied to whispers, screenshots, and theories. But nothing had been confirmed. Until now. Teyana started slowly. She didn't rush into accusations. She talked about late nights, broken promises, and the feeling of being left in the dark, while someone you trust is quietly planning a different future. She described how it felt to believe in a relationship, only to realize that the other person might already be looking for a way out. Then she said his name. The chat exploded. According to Teyana, what hurt most wasn't just the idea of another woman. It was the idea that everything had been calculated. She claimed that while she was focused on building a home, a life, and a future, Aaron was allegedly focused on building a brand, an image, and a path to something bigger in the industry. She said she found messages that didn't just look like casual flirting. She described them as conversations that felt like plans. Plans about timing, public appearances, and how to move from one relationship to another without damaging a rising career. The name that came up again and again in those claims was Lori Harvey. Teyana didn't shout. She didn't insult. Her words were sharp but controlled. She suggested that Lori knew more than people realized. She implied that stepping into a situation that wasn't fully over yet wasn't an accident. To her, it felt like being replaced before she even knew she was losing her place. At one point, Teyana lifted another phone toward the camera. The screen showed blurred images of what she said were screenshots. She didn't let people read every detail, but the dates and timestamps were visible enough to make viewers pause. The chat filled with people typing things like, "This is wild," and "No way," and "I can't believe this." She talked about a trip to London that didn't make sense to her at the time. She mentioned hotel receipts and stories that didn't line up. She said she had been told one thing while something else was happening behind her back. As she spoke, notifications started popping up on her screen. She showed them briefly. According to her, people from Aaron's team were reaching out, asking her to end the live stream. She claimed they offered to talk privately instead. Teyana laughed, but it wasn't a happy sound. It was tired, almost empty. She said something that stuck with a lot of viewers. She said that when the truth is already out, there's no point in trying to buy silence. Right before she hinted at playing a voice note, the screen went black. The live ended. The internet didn't. Within minutes, clips, screen recordings, and reaction videos flooded every platform. People started breaking down every word she said. Some believed her completely. Others said they needed proof. Some just watched, shocked by how public and intense the situation had become. Then new things started to appear. An audio clip began to circulate. It was labeled as a private argument between Teyana and Aaron. No one could fully confirm it, but the voice sounded similar to his. In the clip, a man could be heard saying something that made people angry. He referred to Teyana as a legend, but called someone else the future. To many listeners, it sounded like he was talking about career moves, not feelings. That shifted the tone of the conversation. It wasn't just about romance anymore. It became about image, ambition, and whether someone was using a relationship as a stepping stone in the industry. Fans of Teyana started looking back at old interviews, old red carpet moments, and past videos. They pointed out times when Aaron avoided questions about their relationship or gave vague answers. Things that once seemed harmless now looked suspicious to some people. Then came photos. Blurry images appeared online showing someone who looked like Aaron with someone who looked like Lori at a private property. The dates didn't match what people thought they knew about his schedule. Again, nothing was confirmed, but the timing raised more questions. Around the same time, people noticed that some of Teyana's close friends had unfollowed Aaron. That small detail made a big impact. To many fans, it felt like a sign that something serious had happened behind the scenes. Teyana posted a single image to her story. It was a picture of a broken bridge. The caption said something about having more receipts and nothing left to lose. That one post sent the internet into another wave of speculation. Then things took a different turn. According to new claims, this wasn't just about feelings or loyalty. It was about money and work. Rumors spread that Teyana had helped fund some of Aaron's projects. People started saying she invested in his creative ideas, supported his independent work, and believed in his future. The new accusation was that the same people she supported were now working to push her out of the picture. Teyana went live again later. This time she looked calmer but more serious. She held a folder in her hands. She said not everything was digital. She claimed she had paperwork, contracts, and agreements that showed how plans were being made without her knowledge. She suggested that her own money had been used to hire a public relations team. A team she believed was now helping create a new image for Aaron that didn't include her. That's when the conversation online changed again. People stopped calling it drama. They started calling it betrayal on a deeper level. More voices joined in. Other celebrities posted vague messages about loyalty, respect, and not using people to climb higher. No one named names, but everyone knew who the posts were about. Then a short clip of Lori at a private party appeared. The sound wasn't clear, but people claimed they heard her laugh about Teyana. That clip spread fast. Whether it was taken out of context or not, it added fuel to the fire. Legal threats were rumored to be sent to Teyana. She addressed them directly on camera, saying she wasn't afraid of court, and that she was ready to show everything if it came to that. A new name entered the story: Jessica Hardwick. People online said she might have been close to Aaron's circle, and possibly the source of some of the leaks. No one could confirm it, but her name started trending alongside the others. Then came the biggest claim yet. Teyana hinted that something happened on a specific night, the 14th. She didn't explain right away. She just said that cheating and lies were only part of the story. According to her, something far more serious took place. The next day, alleged security images appeared. They showed Aaron at a private event, looking angry, arguing with someone people believed was an industry executive. That alone would have been news, but it wasn't what Teyana was pointing to. The real shock came when a document labeled as a police report was shared by anonymous accounts. It claimed that a hard drive containing Teyana's unreleased music and a film project had gone missing from her home office while she was away. The report listed Aaron as a person of interest. Again, nothing was officially confirmed, but the story spread faster than anyone could stop it. People began to say the breakup wasn't just emotional. They said it might have been strategic. A way to walk away with creative work, ideas, and opportunities that didn't belong to him. Screenshots from a supposed burner account showed messages about a hard drive being secure and paperwork being filed under someone else's name. Whether real or fake, the idea terrified fans. Lori's team reportedly released a statement distancing her from any stolen work. They said she believed the projects were original and had no knowledge of any wrongdoing. If the claims were true, they said all partnerships were over. That move made it seem like Aaron was standing alone. Teyana appeared one final time outside what looked like a law office. She didn't look broken. She looked determined. She said the one thing no one could take from her was the truth. She played a final voice note. In it, a man who sounded like Aaron begged to settle things quietly. He offered to return the hard drive. He asked her not to release certain footage. She whispered, "Too late." A short video labeled "The Hallway" went live. It showed a man leaving Teyana's home carrying a silver case. Fans claimed they recognized it as the one she used for her work. Within hours, studios paused Aaron's projects. His agency reportedly dropped him. Lori posted a single image of herself on a plane with a caption about lessons learned. Teyana, meanwhile, announced a documentary deal called The 14th. In the end, what started as a relationship story turned into something much bigger. It became a conversation about power, ambition, trust, and how easily people can be treated like stepping stones in a world driven by fame and image. Some people still argue about what's true and what isn't. Some say it's all exaggerated. Others believe every word Teyana said. But one thing is clear. This wasn't just gossip. It became a moment that made people question how much of what they see online is real, and how much is carefully designed. Teyana didn't just tell her side of the story. She took control of it. And for better or worse, the internet is still listening.